Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. Alhamdulillah, we're in Ethiopia, and we've come into one of the areas where there's many poor people. They're all displaced people. Literally there's 150,000 people in this area, and to be honest with you, it's heartbreaking sitting with them. They've been here for over 12 months and they basically have nothing. They need food, they need water, they need medicine. A lot of orphans around, a lot of children. Unfortunately, the housing they live in is actually shocking, to be honest with you. Very friendly people. I'll just show you the message that they're actually praying in. They requested if we can actually help them fix a few of them. It's basically just a few twigs and a metal roof. This is the housing that you see behind me. They just literally live in tents. And I'll just do a quick circle for you so you can see. It's all over this area. And this is only one of 13 different regions that they have like this. There's 13, so there's 12 other areas that have almost the exact amount, same amount of people that are in there. There's some of the children as well. Alhamdulillah, we sat with some of the wholesalers. We tried to get our the best price possible for some of the food items that we're purchasing. Alhamdulillah, we found one of the wholesalers. He understood what we're doing for the poor and needy, and he's given us some good prices, inshallah. We're buying just under 10 tons of rice. The truck behind me, the red truck, we'll be delivering the food up to the camp area. If you just have a look around me, wallahi, even the normal people here, the people living in the city, they're doing it tough here as well, subhanAllah. Unfortunately, up in the camp areas, the people have they've just been displaced for the last 12 months. No work, no food, barely any water, and basically they need everything possible. We don't have as much funds as we needed at the moment now. This is the first time we actually come to Ethiopia. We're going to continue to do some work here, inshallah, in the future. Just behind me, I'll show you the guys loading up, inshallah. I know many of you will be fasting, but subhanAllah, as I mentioned before, the area that we went to before, believe me, they barely got any food at all. So you could say that they're nearly fasting every single day, subhanAllah. And imagine yourselves just breaking your fast on just rice and water. There's a reality in some parts of the world, subhanAllah. I just finished praying in a makeshift masjid. This is what they have as a masjid behind me. And honestly, it just touched my heart, standing foot to foot, shoulder to shoulder with these, with these believers, with these Muslims. There's no difference between myself. There's no difference between them. We're standing in prayer, whether I have money, when they have no money. It makes no difference in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I just want to remind everyone just to stay humble. Yes, stay humble. Remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Remember on the day of judgment, wallahi, we're going to be standing there barefoot, naked, with nothing apart from our deeds. So just a humble, reminder to you. Don't think that you're better than other people. Don't think just because you're living in the West that you have a little bit of money in your pocket that you're better than others. Remember them in your dua, remember them in your charity. And wallahi, this has had nothing to do with giving to Al-Ihsan Foundation. Give for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that's our main thing, giving for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As long as the organization is trustworthy, giving that money to where it's supposed to go, and give for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you just have a look at the houses behind me. Basically, these houses have got nothing. If you walk in, you'll just see a floor, just maybe a mat on the floor if they're lucky, and just basic necessity. If they've got a pot, if they've got a blanket, if they've got a pillow, and just have a look at the faces behind me. Assalamu alaikum. Just walking in here, and subhanAllah, they're saying, I'm white-skinned, and subhanAllah, just everyone looks at me, comes running. We're waiting for a truck to come with enough food for 900 families at the moment now. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless the people who donated, and to bless you all, inshallah, and continue to give for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Alhamdulillah, we are in Ethiopia, and by the grace of Allah, we are inshallah about to feed 900 families in Jigjiga, where there's extreme poverty. Subhanallah, like it's really distressing, Allah. And alhamdulillah, we're feeding 900 families today, and inshallah we're planning to do a lot more in this country, inshallah, because we have seen so many people who are wallahi in need, and it just gets to show that wallah, we've taken a lot of things for granted back home, and subhanallah, they have no food to eat. You know, they're planning just for that day, and wallah, it's really distressing seeing a lot of things that we saw. Wallah, it's just heartbreaking, heart-wrenching, and inshallah ta'ala we'll ask everyone inshallah to get by and to inshallah assist all these brothers and sisters who are in need, and inshallah get behind Al-Ihsan Foundation, because inshallah we're trying to ensure that we establish the branch here in Ethiopia so we can assist a lot more people who are in need, inshallah.
Wallahi, one of the hardest things is, as being an aid worker, is how disheartening and how hard it is to reject people, especially when you're limited in aid, limited in funds, limited in food. You have to reject certain people, and that's where your heart breaks for the rest of the people who don't get. Some people get food, some people don't get food, and wallahi, it's so hard to deal with that emotionally. Wallahi, look at all the people. You'd wish you could get everyone. We've got enough for 900 families, but there are thousands of people here. So please do as much as you can for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We're always blessed in Western countries. We've always got food, we've always got water, we've always got a clean place to stay. So please do your best. Wallahi, it's heartbreaking here. Jazakumullah khair.